Well, good day, everybody. This is Chris with the Ancient Scholar. I know it's been a little while, but I hope this video finds you all doing well. So, I'm actually in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and the college ended up having some leftover grant money from Carl Perkins, and they were nice enough to offer to send me to Pittsburgh to attend the Emergency Nurses Association, the ENA's annual conference. And they go from different cities. This year just happened to be in Pittsburgh, I believe. In 2019, it's going to be in Austin, Texas. This is the first time I've ever been to an ENA conference, let alone their annual shindig, so to speak, which is a really interesting. It's been a really interesting experience. Nursing, and I'm sure other professions and vocations to some extent, but I've dealt with this a lot in nursing. One of the weird things about nursing is that they really push specialty certification. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with specialty certification, but it's almost ridiculous. So when you go in, if you do this, which I didn't when I signed up because I'm there as a representative of the college that employs me, and so I didn't think it was really relevant. They just need to know my name and know that I'm with the college, and even that is not really relevant. But because this is a work-related activity, I did feel as though I needed to put that, my name in the college. But when you signed up and you make your little ID, there's a space for every single specialty certification that you've obtained, and then there's like this wall of these little colored ribbons. It's kind of like when I was in the military, the Army and Army National Guard. When you went through certain specialized courses, highly provincial and highly technical courses, such as Ranger School, or if you made it through the Special Forces Q course, qualification course, you'd get tabs. In emergency nursing, or nursing in general, every organization, they have these specialty exams that you can take and you can get certified. And the Emergency Nurses Association is just, over the last few years, it's really interesting. They have expanded all the certifications they offer. Back in the day, it used to be the CEN, the Certified Emergency Nurse. You took that, hooray, you're CEN, and now it's the Certified Flight Nurse, the CFRN, the Certified Transport Nurse, the CTRN for Ground Critical Care Transport, and then there's the Trauma Nurse and the Geriatric Nurse, Geriatric Emergency Nurse, and the Certified Trauma Nurse and Certified Pediatric Emergency Nurse, and so what would happen was these people would come in, they'd go to the wall, and they had these little ribbons that they put on their ID badge, and these people had all these ribbons, all the CN, CP, CFR, and all of these certs. It's just, it's just comical. It's absolutely comical. And the funny thing was, up until a few years ago, I was the same way. I just dug taking these cert courses, and then just, in a subtle, not so subtle way, finding ways to show off these initials behind my name. If I'm signing something, I'd sign. Like, who cares? I mean, who really cares? It's interesting, and I'm certainly not saying anything wrong with certification. I still maintain the CEN. I let everything else go, because it's expensive to keep it up, and but yeah, I kept the CEN, and if I ever end up going back into clinical medicine as a nurse, which is really hard to do because I love EMS so much, and even harder because I primarily teach, and it's a pretty good job for the most part. But anyway, this is completely off topic. I just thought I had to say something. You just had to be there to see people walking around all these these ribbons with every little certification in the world. They're real big on that. Nursing is just real big on showing this stuff off. It's just it really is funny. So anyway, I wanted to just completely go off topic, take a very different tangent, and then I will come back with some videos about some super relevant, super game-changing concepts that I have taken away from a couple of the presentations that I've had the pleasure and the honor of attending. But anyway, this is just a little more tangential, just a little funny, and just kind of, look, if you're a nurse and you like to show your certs off, look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying, as someone who was there when I was younger and now, I don't, I've got other outlets in my life, you know, mountain biking and hiking and multi-day bike packing trips and things. You know, I have other things that you know, work is, I go to work, I want to do a good job, provide good patient care if I'm in the patient care capacity, which isn't as much as I used to be, because I'm more of an academic now. But you know, hey, when I'm there and I'm at work, I do my thing. But yeah, I've got a life outside of work, and that's, I think, more important than what I do at work. And so I don't care as much about letting everyone know, like, and I find nobody really cares. Nobody cares too much anyway. At the end of the day. So there you go. This is a completely inane video, little to no educational content whatsoever. There you go. All right, so enough of the preamble. Next video is going to get serious. We're going to talk about some really important concepts, some game-changing concepts. You haven't been exposed to these before. All right, guys. As always, thanks for hanging in there.